Welcome lads, today we are at the Republic of Dave, located in the top right corner of the map, very close to the MTPL 16 power station and Chased Acres Dairy Farm. It's also directly east of Old Alney, so keep that in mind for later in the video. Alright, so once you approach it, there is an average lock gate that you can pick, although it's easier to just speak to Flower here. Don't pickpocket. Just speak to her.
There, mister.
She'll say, what are you doing there? And you can say, I'm not here to hurt anyone. What is this place? And it's the Republic of Dave. And you can just say, I'd like to meet Dave.
Okay.
She will open the door. Now, we'll get through all the best items that you can find, including a bobblehead. So, without further ado, we have two living quarters. We have the male and the female. We also have the Capitol building of Dave, and we have the museum. First thing first. Straight into the museum, lads. We're getting ourselves a perception bobblehead. Pick that up. Boom. We've got a bobblehead. Now, what else can we find here? There's also two pre-war books and an oversized hot plate, which, for some reason, the wiki makes a point of it, but that is a big hot plate. Yeah, I'll give it to him. If you pass a high enough speech test with Shauna, she will eventually purchase items from you. There's also a few kids in here, such as Mary, Rachel and Ralph, all sitting here. There's one of only 3 schools in the entire wasteland, alongside a Chinese assault rifle, pistol and an officer's sword. Pretty cool. Alright, so let's get right into the Capitol building itself, the Republic of Dave. Funny enough, run by the one and only Dave. He actually instigated a rebellion to take this place from his father, called Tom, because this place used to be called the Kingdom of Tom. So there you go. I think he got exiled, as the story goes, by his father, and then he became a mercenary, and then Dave came back and instigated the rebellion. The museum / school kind of just teaches that it's like a bit like a Chuck Norris sort of meme vibe to it. You know, that he never cried as a child, and he's different to everyone else because Dave is the best, and usual indoctrination tactics. In here we can find Jessica, that's his second wife. Rosie's actually his first wife. Then there is Dave himself. We can sit and we can talk to him. Although, to be honest, Dave, I just want your special key. Oh, that didn't work. That equally works. Of course, I can't do the election quest, but I can get his new Cola Quantum. Open a safe and you will get Old Painless. 1 bottle cap and 2 steam gauge assemblies. A very strange amount of items. We'll pull this out. Old Painless is just a unique .32 rifle. It's pretty good damage. It's not the best weapon in the game, but you know, if you have .32 ammo, it's pretty good. Oh, a ballot box. So that's involved in the quest line. You can actually rig it so that Dave loses the election, because the funny fact is Dave's the only one that is on the ballot box. But through that wee quest line, chatting to a few people, you can get him to lose. Now, what happens when Dave loses the election? Well, he basically says he's going to establish the new Republic of Dave, and he will go over to Old Alney. Now, the thing about it is, if you've cleared the death clause, he will make it, but he'll just sit there. He'll not do anything. And then if you interact with him twice, he will die, or turn hostile, to which you will have to kill him. If you don't clear the death clause out, he will just walk aimlessly into his death, because Dave, as the stories may go, unfortunately cannot take on a load of death claws by himself. Right, so we've basically covered most of this crazy place. Now let's go into the women's quarters. Of course, there isn't any major items to speak of in here, just some kitchenware. There's an oven and there is a fridge with some food in it, so there's that. And then we can jump into the men's quarters, because you know me, lads, I'm a completionist at heart, and this is the way. Baseball bats, toolbox, a few foot lockers up, they're empty. Sad times, tin cans, and this one's not empty. Bobby pin leather armor, not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, that is it. Now, it says here that their economy is based on agriculture. This is it. 2 Brahmin. They've obviously a wee playground as well, and then there is Bob here, who is Dave's second in command and part of the Dave army. There's a whole big write-up on the wiki regarding this place, and it's quite fascinating, to say the least. There's 9 inhabitants, including the teacher, the children, Dave, his 2 wives, and Bob. And that's pretty much the Republic of Dave done and dusted. As I said, it's an unmarked quest, that election one. But if you speak to Bob and speak to a few of the other characters, you can get that quest going. But yes, again, I remember stumbling across this ages ago, back when I played Fallout about 8 or 9 years ago. So yeah, the nostalgia for the Republic of Dave is definitely there. One of the weirder, out-of-the-way places in the game. So, very glad to explore it with these lads. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all, hopefully, in another episode. Thank you.